and welcome back to Pantheon of Geeks. You join us for a continuation, or the first part of our Battle of 2 Hours. I'm not quite sure how it works, because we unboxed Claire's Fyreslayer starter bits, which was actually just what came out the other week.
Yeah.
And we do have a starter set for her to do, but I wanted to show you guys what I'll be playing against her. But Claire chose this, actually, because there was a long conversation in the shop about whether I was going to get Nurgle or Tzinch. Or Ideneth.
4 armies, or the Witch Elves.
Yeah, that was okay. So I said, choose one of those 4 for me. So obviously she chose Goblins.
It was, yeah.
But seemed, since Loon Curse is now coming out, because we didn't know at the time that was coming out, it seems like a very good choice. I think Claire knew. Claire knows something.
It was the twigs.
Because I'd have been really upset. I'd be like, no, I want to get Goblins then. If I'd seen all those squigs that are coming in Loon Curse. Which is coming on our channel because we've ordered that, so we will be unboxing that.
In honesty, it was only I picked up the squig dice for Paul because he'd been looking at them for quite a while. We didn't really know what they were or anything like that, so I was told that all dice now are like limited edition.
Yeah.
So if you wanted anything to get it there and then, and they only had that one pack in Preston.
If you've not seen the squig dice, like in the last video, I threw one on, and it went. I don't even know if it went on camera. It was all over the place. Look at that, because they're square and they're rubber, so they just go everywhere. They are pretty much just like squigs. I love that. That's just crazy. Couldn't get more random. That was a 6. I'm going with that. So yeah, that's a 6 on these squig dice. So this unboxing is kind of like we're going to unbox the loonshrine, the endless spells. Also going to have a look at the Warswell cards because I've not done those yet. So I managed to get hold of these, thankfully.
Yeah, we were very, very lucky, to be quite honest, with the dice, and then you decided you'd get the book.
The other day when I was in Harlequins in Preston, they had 3 sets of these. So I already had them by then, but if you are looking for them and you're in the Preston area or anywhere near, they do have them. If you phone up and ask.
You do have the book somewhere as well, don't you?
Yeah, we do have the book. I'm not doing that as part of this because it's been out for a little while. Yeah. It's not a new book. And I've looked through it. It's a very good book, by the way. I do like it. I also like the way it mentions pretty much all the destruction factions. It basically gives them real purpose that I've not seen in one of the books yet. As just returning everything to the primordial state, and why each of them do it different. Like the Ironjaws, because they grew up on the plains and the open plains, they don't any building they see, they just want to destroy it. These guys, because they sort of grew up in the dank caverns with fungus, they just want to basically cover everything in their fungus. And they well worship the bad moon as well. And Spiderfangs think that the bad moon is a giant spider egg, and they also like the dank and they don't mind the fungus. So I think it's a really good army, actually. And obviously squigs. So squigs are coming. So what we're going to do, this is kind of like an unboxing for this and the start of the battle of our next battle of 2 armies.
Yes.
You know I haven't finished the other one, which we will do.
We will do.
Alariel's finally come out, so there will be a video for that. But we'll call this Season 2. Yay!
Yay!
And even though Season 1 hasn't finished. And we shall do some unboxings for these now. So I'm going to stop blathering on about what's coming next. But obviously Loon Curse is coming next week, not even a week away now. And
we're looking forward to that because it's got twigs and squigs.
Twigs and squigs. Yay!
Coined the phrase there, you say.
You did that over a week ago.
I did, and I put it on the Games Workshop site for Preston.
Yeah. So obviously goes with part of your Sylvaneth army.
Yes, that'll be a good boon.
Gives me some squids for this new army. Squids. Giant squids. That'd be interesting. Clearly. Right, see? Segue. Right, there we go. So we'll start with the endless spells, I think, because they're on top. It makes sense.
Okay. I'm going to have problems.
Why?
That one.
Spiders? Look at the cauldron. Cauldron's awesome. We'll do this. Should I do this first? Well, it's just the endless spells first.
Just do the endless spells first. And then I can
choices.
Get over the spider business.
I wanted to build it up, you see, so you don't have to worry about it a bit longer.
Thanks. No, I don't like spiders. Which is kind of why I'm glad you're going up against squigs and not spiders, because I don't know how I'd cope with that, to be honest.
That was original. Before we saw Loon Curse, that was the original plan.
Yeah.
To because I've got an Arachno Rock and I've got 2 units of 10 Spider Riders already, I was just going to use them and build on that. But now that the actual squigs are coming in, spiders can be back up for the squigs. Right. And obviously I'm going to be using this guy as well. There he is. Sorry, I'm covered in paint. I'll show you why at the end of the video. But and this guy. So if you've not seen him already, this is Stink
Bob.
Stink Bob the Grot. Snazgar Stink Mullet. That's
it.
There we go. I don't know where that came from. There we go. That's him. We got him and unboxed him as part of the portents, wine portents.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever shown you him painted, but there he is. Finished, done. He will be part of my army because I think he's an awesome model and it's a great excuse to use him. And obviously we've got some endless spells now as well that he can be using. I'm particularly interested in this one. This one looks awesome. Here we go. Some bases. And we have 2 big sprues, one with the giant mushroom cloud on it, which is awesome.
I just shivered.
You see the spiders? You literally did just shiver. I wish that was on camera. You just like, ah!
I just saw them and they were just looking at me. I was like,
they just fall out and look at you like,
yeah.
Like, you know, if they're a bit
Thanks.
close. That is like one piece as well.
It is, yeah.
They're about spider size, like real spider size.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit bigger. Well, if we had spiders like that, I wouldn't be very happy either. There we go. So that's the spiders there and the bad moon. And then we have instructions. We have 3 bases. Obviously, the spiders don't need a base.
No, they're on
base because they're done. That's an easily put together unit. There's the instructions here for it. I don't know. We say something's really easy, then it isn't. No, it isn't. I don't think so. Right. Malevolent moons first.
Not in my book, sorry.
Well, that's not even in there.
Get them out of the way.
So there you go. There's a close look at the endless spiders. I mean spells. They're really good actually.
They are actually, I must admit.
Yeah. Just put all my spiders away. I was gonna, because they do look like smaller versions of the ones that are on the right. Then you got smaller and smaller versions at the back of them. That's good. So first up is Malevolent Moon, which is A1 and A2.
Okay.
It's a 2-parter.
Okay. There's one part.
One part. Get some gully ready.
Looks like something out of a fairy tale, like that's gone
the
wrong.
moon?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was more circular, kind of like something out of Zelda. But it's
yeah.
you know, the moon from, which one is it?
Oh,
Where the moon crashes into it.
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask. Yeah, it's kind of like,
That's a game now.
it's got the same sort of grimace on it, it's just that this is a crescent moon.
Crescent moon, yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the oldest symbols of the goblins, and even the Bad Moon Orcs. It's been around for a long time.
Cool.
The Bad Moon.
Sound like Baron Samedi.
Sorry about that. I don't know, I don't know, I think I was possessed by something. I don't even know where that came from. Huh? Scared. Right, that one doesn't say which base it goes on, but it's a small round one. According to the box art, which I'm just checking. So that's going to go on this base. Oh, I can't wait to paint these. It's going to be awesome. There we go. So there is the Bad Moon. The Malevolent Bad Moon. Or just the Malevolent
I'm
Moon.
going to have to take that screw off here for the next one.
Yep. So next is Mork's Mighty Mushroom, which is probably the coolest looking of all the spells.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. The giant mushroom cloud is just awesome. Totally on board with that. I'd love to see how they all work in game. I'm just going to have to wait, I think. So there is the malevolent moon on its base, and there is it off its base. That's hilarious. Oh, you idiot. Yeah, because glue doesn't always stick that fast. See, what I'm used to is actually pausing the camera while stuff sets and then coming back, so I can sit there. Idiot. Oh dear. Right, so this is B2, is it?
Yes.
This is B2.
That's B1.
This is B1. This makes the main part of the shroom cloud. That reminds me of Guild Wars 2. My character from Guild Wars 2. What was his name?
Oh, Shroomhead.
Yeah, it was something Shroom. Oh, I can't remember his name now.
No.
Oh, a long time ago.
It was.
We're really digressing today, sorry. So, bring. And everything's jumping around today. I think it's that squig dice. I think it's influenced everything. I rolled a 6 on a squig dice, so everything bounces. Everything's turned to rubber. So we've got B1 and B2 which go together, then we have B3 and B4 which go together. They literally go together like that, making the two separate parts. Does it show them going together on here? Yes, it does. So actually we glue that together, we glue this bit together, like that. Get rid of any flashes on there, and then glue that onto the big round base. We'll just do it. May as well just do it. And then we can move on to the last one, which is Scrap Skull. Is it Scrap Skulls, Scuttlers, Iraq, and a Cauldron? Is that right?
Yeah.
Scrap Scuttlers, Iraq, and a Cauldron. Which is the when I've been reading the spell, I think that's the most useful one, to be fair. I quite like that one. We'll go through what they do in a minute.
Because it's scuttles round, is that why?
Oh, yeah.
Scuttle round and follow you.
Yeah, well, it does do that. That's for definite.
Great.
It doesn't follow you, it'll follow me. This will be my Cauldron.
Yeah.
But as I say, we'll get on to you're getting real time sort of sticking together to that. This is how long it normally takes. Well, it doesn't. This is even quicker. That's the reason I'm not pausing it. Are you getting all the bits off? Though?
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. That's the basics done. I'll wait until that dries to do the rest. So that fits into there, like so. What I might actually do is leave that off for painting purposes, and I'll paint them separately. That's going to be like purple or green glowy stuff. I haven't decided yet. And the shroom's sort of like exploding out. So I'll leave that on glue for painting purposes. Because I'm going to paint them pretty quick, because I want to get them killing dwarves as soon as possible. What? Put that up. Put that for now. Come back to that in a second when it's dried. Now we'll move on to the cauldron, which is C1 and C2. Two parts go together. These do look really cool. I'm a big fan of the endless spells. I love the aesthetics of them.
I like the fact that they all pertain to each faction kind of thing, and they're all unique to each faction.
I mean, in the beginning when we got the generic ones, they were still good.
They were nice and they were interesting to see.
It made sure everyone had something to use right from the beginning.
Yeah,
they're still useful. Some of them. Well, most of them actually are still useful.
I'd like to see if Loon Curse, is it Loon Curse, when that does come out, what happens with the Sylvaneth, whether they'll get some nice new endless spells, because at the moment they haven't really got anything. Other than
no, that's true.
The malign potent spells.
Well, of course, they came out before endless spells.
Yeah, the same with
Although
the
they
angels.
have previewed the worm thing.
I think that's going to be an endless spell.
I think that's a spite. I think the spites will be some other endless spells.
Well, given in the Warhammer community, they did this massive article about spites and what they do and stuff, and it was very much like, or they give life, or they give boons, or they protect, or whatever. I think that'll be the way they go, to be quite honest.
I think so too. And I think, because they haven't actually said there's going to be a Sylvaneth battle team, I don't think, anywhere. Unless I've missed it. But I always suspected, as soon as I heard about Loon Curse, and as soon as I heard that there was going to be Sylvaneth in it, that they would do the battle team afterwards. Because they kind of did that with the Skaven and the, the Flesh Eater Courts. But of course we've just had the Gloomspite Gitz come out. So they're already done.
Yeah.
I mean, I still wish we can do the Iron Jaws again.
Yeah.
Because they need some endless spells.
Yeah, they do.
And units.
Better units, to be quite honest. 'Cause
3 different units. 3 different characters.
Yeah.
And one of those characters can also be on a Mark Crusher. Nice. Right. So, we have the spider legs, which are going to go on there, like so. And onto there, like so. Which way around? That way around. And then we've got these like parts of the cauldron, like the handles to the cauldron, which are these 4 parts. They're all C3, so it doesn't really matter. We're now going to go on these slits. And that should put it together, and we'll put that. It goes on here, does it?
That's the only base left.
The only base left. Oh yeah, because it's wide.
So it goes sideways.
Like that. So I will pause the camera for this, it's going to take a few seconds, and it's going to be quiet, and you're just going to be staring at a blank piece of paper. So we're back in a moment. Okay, so we've glued these all together. I'll come back and show you the spider one in a second, the cauldron. So we're just going to go through and tell you what these do. So we're going to start with
the Scuttle Tide.
Scuttle Tide.
So it's a single model, predatory. Scuttle Tide is a predatory endless spell.
So it's coming for you.
Yeah. A Scuttle Tide can move up to 6 inches.
Yeah.
To summon the Scuttle Tide, Summoner Scuttle Tide has a casting value of 7.
Yeah.
Only Gloomspite Gitz wizards can attempt to cast this spell. Add 1 to casting rolls for this spell if the caster is a Spider Fang wizard.
Yeah.
If successfully cast, set up a Scuttle Tide model wholly within 6 inches of a terrain feature. Abilities. After setting up or moving this model, you can pick 1 unit within 1 inch of this model and roll 6 dice. For each roll of 5+, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. In addition, roll 6 dice for each unit that finishes a normal move or charge move within 6 inches of this model. For each roll of a 5+, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Spiderkin. So Spider Fang units are not affected by the Scuttling Horde ability. In addition, Spider Fang models can move across this model in the same manner as a model that can fly. Nice.
Yeah, you were going to have to go up against that originally.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be Squigs. I won't be using that one. Yet.
Yet.
Okie doke. Which was next?
Malevolent Moon.
So the Malevolent Moon. There it is. Hopefully it won't fall off this time.
Again, this is predatory.
Yeah.
Malevolent Moon can move up to 12 inches and can fly. Summon Malevolent Moon has a casting value of 6. Only Gloomspite Gitz wizard can attempt to cast this spell. If successfully cast, set up a Malevolent Moon model wholly within 12 inches of the caster. Abilities. Swirling Doom. When this model is set up, the player who sets it up can immediately make a move with it. Malevolent Intentions. After this model moves, roll a dice for each unit that has any models that this model passed across. On a 2+, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
Ooh. Moon of Ill Omen. Subtract 1 from casting rolls made for casters within 9 inches of this model. Subtract 2 from casting rolls instead of for casters within 3 inches of this model. If this caster is a Gloomspite Gitz wizard, then it's not affected by this ability. Nasty.
It's very good at nerfing.
Yeah,
nerfing
casters, yeah.
Yeah.
Mork's Mighty Mushroom.
There it is.
So,
What about the top bit falling off? There it is. This is a really cool spell.
It is actually. It looks pretty funky.
You just see it growing, then it goes poof.
So summon Mork's Mighty Mushroom. Has a casting value of 6. Only Gloomspite Gitz wizard can attempt this spell. If successfully cast, set up Mork's Mighty Mushroom model wholly within 6D 6 inches of the caster.
Yeah.
The ability is Mutating Spores. After this model is set up, at the start of each battle round after it's set up, each unit within 8 inches of the model is enveloped by mutating spores. For each unit enveloped by mutating spores, roll a number of dice equal to the number of models from that unit that are within 8 inches of this model. For each 5+, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. And hopefully this will stay on its base, because there's not many ways to connect it.
So this is Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron.
Yeah.
Again, it's a single model. Has a casting value of 5, and set up a Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron model within 1 inch of the caster. As long as the Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron is not dispelled, the caster and Scrap Scuttle's Cauldron are treated as being a single model from the caster's army that uses the caster's war scroll, as well as the endless spell rules. The cauldron must remain within 1 inch of the caster. If the caster is slain, then the cauldron is immediately dispelled and removed from play along with the caster. Abilities, Blessings of the Cauldron. As long as the cauldron is not dispelled, add 1 to casting and unbinding rolls for the caster, and the caster knows all of the spells from the lore of the Moon Clans. Blood Slither Pact. When the cauldron is set up, at the start of each of the caster's hero phase after it is set up, you must pick 1 unit within 3 inches of the caster. That unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. Now, this means that if there are no other units within 3 inches of the caster, then the caster will suffer the mortal wounds.
Exactly, which is why he will be accompanied by a unit of grots with stickers. So these guys are ancient. They came out, well, not ancient to me, but old to me. These came out with the Warhammer edition. I don't even remember which one it was, 3rd or 4th. Battle for Skull Pass, was it?
Yes.
With the dwarves and the goblins, and I've had these unpainted for ages. I've literally just painted them. They've turned out pretty well, actually. This is why I'm covered in, because I've just done the base. Well, I've not finished the bases, but I've just done the some of the texturing on the bases. That's one of them. I decided to paint the loon boss as well from that set. And there he is. Because he's got a squig. I think he looked quite good. There he is. And there's also Madcap Shaman in there as well, so I want to use this guy as well. He's there. And there's also some big I've been painting as well, which again I've had for years, which is why I never did an unboxing for it, but I will show you, because I've never done an unboxing for it. I'll show you right now, because this is all that Gloomspite Gitz. Again, it's not finished on the base, but the model itself is finished, and there it is, the Colossal Squig from Forge World, complete with some extras. There he is. So you'll see this in battle, hopefully very soon. He's massive, but there he is. And there's the same old guy next to him. Just go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this finished. But it's just a case of finishing off the base and doing some work on that, and then it is completely done. But I had that in my head a long time. As soon as I saw the Colossal Squig, as soon as I saw him, I just thought,
you've got to get him.
I've got to get him, and need to glue that on, possibly. I've been trying to position that really well, but that's an old Fanatic model, an old metal one, to balance this out, and that's a metal hobbit, shall we say, halfling, from an older set. And then we've got 3 Fanatics, not from the recent Fanatic set, but from the Fanatic set before, rolled onto his legs. That's pretty cool. So that's nearly finished. You'll see it again when it's done, but I wanted to show it off because I'm quite happy with that. It's turned out quite well.
He does look awesome, actually. Yeah. He looks very cool. I just need to glue that Fanatic in place and finish off the base. Cool.
So, what's I'm going to do the cards. I'm going to be different. I'm going to do the cards now because they're there.
Do you want?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Oh, you're using the knife.
I'm going to use the knife of cutting. +1 to destroy plastic. There we go. Okay, it's cool. So we've got the cards, and these are the tokens that it's given us. So Dabad Moon location on there. Poison Brewer, Poison Shrine, see on those now.
Cool.
So hopefully all these will be quite useful. Should be able to fit these in a small box.
We should, yeah.
Cool. Try to keep them all safe and put all the counters in boxes, you see. And then we can pull these out. Oh, there's a lot. No one's on our come. Oh, there we go. What was that? Web spinner shim. There we go. That's a future model. Yeah. And the Bad Moon Loonshrine, which is what we're going to unbox next. I'm going to leave that there. But yeah, we got all the cards. All of the cards. There goes the giant. Those are the endless spells in the middle there. Scuttle boss. Oh. Many, many, many cards. Very useful. Right. Let's do this Loonshire. So this is the big piece of free scenery. Free scenery that the goblins can have. There is the back. It includes the rules, but we've got the rules already because I saw the card. There we go. Quite a bit of instructions in here.
Pretty big then, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. So it's at least that big.
Wow.
It's bigger than the Dwarf Forge, isn't it?
It is.
I thought it'd be about the same size.
No.
But that's the basic size of it. There's got bits coming off it. Plenty of shrooms to paint. Oh, it's going to be a painting job, this. Many, many shrooms. Many, many, many shrooms.
You'll probably do it in no time, I bet.
I will endeavour to do so. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so you need the big parts first.
Big parts. Yeah. Probably best start with the big parts. 1 and 2. The huge pieces. This is an awesome model.
It's going to be...
I've actually seen this out anywhere. I've seen Games Workshop had the spells out. I've not actually seen the Loonshire on display anywhere.
No, so I haven't actually come to think of it. No,
so that's why I was a bit surprised how big that was actually.
Yeah.
It's bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, so parts 1 and 2. They're going to go together, hopefully, like that. They're the main part of this, to be honest. That's going to fit together. Just make sure it's solid and glued in all parts. And then we want parts 3 and 4, which is the smaller moon. Which we've got part off there. And 5 and 6, still like ropes or something. Tying it together. So we'll get those bits off. I'm going to glue this together. There we go. There's 3 and 4. So it's smaller moon. There it is. And then
that's part 5.
Part 5. These are the rope parts. So they. All right. There's a little hole there. a little nodule on the back of that, which is going to fit onto there, like that. So we'll glue that together, we'll glue this together, and then we'll come back. Okay, so they've got the two big sections together. We've got the small moon together. That there is going to go onto there, like so. And then, so that's that entire page, telling you where that goes. And then we've got this, the tusk part. So once that's on, that's going to fit onto there, like that. And then we have this like creepy vine stuff, which is going to go inside here. Just not quite sure where that goes. I presume it just fits onto there. Yeah, it does. It's got on there. As shown on that picture. So we'll glue all these bits together and then we'll continue. So that brings us to here. Next up we have this bit, which is going into the entrance. This is part 9. This is where the shrooms really start to go nuts. So we have 2 sets of shrooms, which is 10 and 11. These are really cool. 11 goes in this slot here, and 10 goes in this slot here. Whoops. Which did go the other way around, you're quite right. Which will go in there like that, so I'll glue those in place. And then we have part 12, which is another piece of ground, and part 13 goes in there. Now these go in specific parts, so you can't really get them mixed up, which is good. It's going to go on there. And then these parts are going to attach. This bit will go in the front, there, like that. And this bit will just go in the back. Kind of looks like it does. Yeah. This bit's going to go on there, like that. So I'm going to get those bits glued in place. And then we have many, many shrooms.
We need some more there. I've missed 2 off.
So we have part 14, which is going to go, I believe, on this back bit here. This back bit hasn't gone together very well, by the way. So this is quite good because this should cover up that gap, which I'm quite glad about. So I might need to put some green stuff in to fill this. It depends on how these actually attach and how well they go on. But I might need to fill that gap because it's quite a large gap with green stuff, just to make sure they attach on properly. But we'll have a look as we're going along. So yeah, that bit goes on there. This one is part 15. If it looks right, it shows it got there's a little groove there on this corner. That looks like that. It's going to go there. Then we have part 16, which has got a groove there, which is going to go on there. Then we have part 17,
which looks more at the front.
So it's like we're going to go, yep, there's a little nodule there, and that should attach onto that. And then we have the ones you've just cut off, which are the little ones.
18 and 19.
So I've got one with 2 small holes and one with 3, stems, shall I say. And then there's 3 small holes there. Where's the other 2 go? 3 small holes. Oh, 2 small holes. 2 small holes and 3 small holes in the actual bad moon itself. So let's stick all this bit together and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we've attached the many mushrooms and now we're going to attach many more mushrooms. So we have part 27, which is small mushroom, which attaches to big mushroom, 26. There are some little holes there, which show you how they attach. They go together. And then we have so many mushrooms. We have a set of small mushrooms, this is part 25. That's going to go on this side of the bad moon, where these holes are. We have part 23, which where does that attach onto? Should be some grooves for that around here. No, is that it? Yeah, I think that goes on there. And then we have part 22. We've got some grooves in this bit here. And what have we got here? Part 20. That's going to go on this bit. There's a groove there for that. We've got part 21. That's going to go in front of this. Where am I looking on that? Oh, there. There's a groove there for that. From these barnacles or whatever they are. Then we've got part 24. And that is that go on there? Yep, that's going to go on that bit. And then we have part 26 and 27, which is the part from up here, which is going to go. Oh, that bit goes in there. What was I looking at before then? Part 21 doesn't go in there then. Part 21 goes somewhere else. See what that looks like.
Where are we looking?
21. Try to see where part 21 goes. Looks like it goes above these mushrooms somewhere. Let's see where that fits in. There must be a little.
Is it actually inside, perhaps?
I wonder. I can't see where that goes. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can. Yeah, there's a tiny little hole back there. Why can't I put this in first? Which that bit goes on, and it fits into that V section there, the back. That's where that goes. Yeah, that'll be fun to put in. Right, so let me attach the rest of the mushrooms, and then we can start on the cages. Okay, so we have attached the rest of those funguses. Hopefully you can see them all on there where they went, that one in the V section. There we go. There's so much fungus on there. Right, we're onto the cage now.
So you've got 29 and 30 and then 28, and that all goes on.
So these just attached together,
Yeah.
don't they? Alright, so the bottom's got like a 3-way little thing, isn't it? So that attaches together, and then it goes on to
the very far one.
The far hook. Okay, so I'll do that. And what's next after that?
I think it'll be the last cage after that. Which is that.
Which is a bit more complicated.
That one.
Because we have this poor unfortunate soul in there. Who is got fungus growing on in there.
It's 33, 35, and that one's 34.
So literally building the cage around this base.
Yeah.
Putting him on it.
And then
attaching to the other one. That looks pretty much the same. These all go on with these little clips at the bottom, which go on to those grooves on there, if you can see them on there. That should be pretty straightforward.
I must admit that guy has died in the most awkward of positions ever.
It does look like it, doesn't it? Poor sod.
Yeah, he's got his knee up near his elbow, and his other leg dangling down.
Right. Then these cages are going to be glued on, aren't they? Looks like it anyway. Right, okay, so we'll go ahead. Cause obviously this one shows that you've got like 2 hooks, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you need to put that bit together
and then
attach it on.
Yeah.
So that it hooks around and makes a loop.
Yeah.
Is it the
same with that one? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to make sure that when I build the cage, I glue it onto the model at the same time. I put those 2 bits together to make that hook. Otherwise it's not gonna go on. Right, so let me attach those 2 and we'll come back. I think that's it then, isn't it? That's the finished shrine.
Looks
so
like
I'll come back with a finished shrine. Shire. Is it shrine or shire? Moonshrine.
Moonshrine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanted to call it Moonshire.
I know.
Sounds cool though.
It does.
I'm stealing that. Patented. Mine. And there we go. Finished Loonshire. Loon Shrine. There we go. It's massive.
It is actually.
It's awesome though. I do like this. It's really cool.
That is massive.
Yeah. There you go. It's just tiny compared to it.
Well, compared to the dwarf one. The dwarf one.
No, I was going to say, could you fit inside it? Not quite. Oh yeah, there's the dwarf shrine. Dwarf forge. This is the moon shrine. Look how big it is. This guy's brilliant. I do like that. It's going to take some painting though. There we go. Right. So that's the loon show. I've got the endless spells done. Previewed a few of the models we're going to be using over the course of the thing. We just need the rules for this bad boy.
So the Bad Moon Loonshrine is a single terrain feature. It is an obstacle. Scenery rules: Lunatic Courage. Goomspite Gitz units wholly within 12 inches of this terrain feature do not take battle shock tests. Moon Clan Layers. At the end of each of your turns, you can pick one friendly stabbers or shooters unit that has been destroyed. If you do so, roll a dice. On a 4+, a new replacement unit with half of the models from the unit that was destroyed, rounding fractions up, is added to your army. You must set up the replacement unit wholly within 12 inches of a friendly Bad Moon Loonshrine and more than 3 inches away from any enemy units. Each destroyed unit can only be replaced once. Replacement units cannot themselves be replaced.
Yep. Nice little addition to a big mob army, basically. It's not going to help me that much, the respawning, because I've only got one unit of stabbers. They are there to protect my caster, though, so if they die, or he kills them casting stuff, then at least they could respawn from that, potentially. Yeah. It does allow the battle shock test, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. That's really good, in fact. So there we go. So that is the starting. So this is kind of episode 2 of the Battle of Two Armies. Tale of Two Gamers. I don't know what to call it. You'll know because I've already put it in the description, but I haven't decided yet. So that's what it is. In the next one we will unbox the Fyreslayers starter set.
Yeah.
And some Berserkers. They're saying that the next one's probably going to be Loon Curse.
It will.
Chronologically.
I think it will be, to be quite honest.
So I'll probably include that as part of this as well, because I'm going to be needing the squigs out of that for my army.
Yeah.
So, Loon Curse, and then the Fyreslayers.
Fyreslayers.
Oh, talking about it now. Just make words up.
Plot has been lost.
Yes, there we go. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what else you want to see, and hopefully we'll see you again soon, guys.
See you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.